I'm Heather Ray, President and CEO of Common Ground. My role is to provide strategic leadership for the organization consisting of over 400 volunteers and staff. Crime affects all of us. It disrupts order, creates chaos, and prevents individuals and our community from functioning properly. In serious cases, can be especially devastating when they occur on a large scale, such as mass violence. For victims of crime, the effects are often long-lasting. Our role is to help people turn their pain into power. Our Victims Assistance Program has served victims of any crime for over 40 years and is comprised of staff and volunteers who provide crisis intervention, advocacy, and navigation of the criminal justice system. Funds to operate the Victims Assistance Program are 100% reliant on donations. Our community needs and expects our services, and we need to live up to the commitment that we will be there by their side during these traumatic and heart-wrenching events and helping people move from crisis to hope.
My name is Jamie Ayers, and I am the Director of Victim Services at Common Grounds. And my job is to oversee the Victim Assistance Program, the All for Oxford Resiliency Center, and the United Resiliency Center. Victim Services is we support all victims and survivors of crime. We provide services to them and resources, and we really we walk alongside them as long as that's needed. We also focus on mass violence recovery, and that's the work that we're doing at Oxford from the Oxford High School shooting, and we're supporting the MSU and East Lansing community recover from their mass violence incident as well. The victim services work that we do at Common Ground is important because every victim, every survivor is unique. Their healing journey is unique, and our job is to walk alongside them, meet them where they're at, support them, and we stick with them as long as needed. Victims they might be human trafficking victims. They may be domestic violence victims, sexual assault survivors, victims of mass violence, families whose family members have been killed. Those are the types of people that we service in our Victim Assistance Program. The money that's raised is so incredibly important because it allows us to provide all the services that they need. It allows us to keep providing these services free of charge for victims, so they don't have to worry about transportation and the costs. They don't have to worry about putting themselves up in a hotel room. We can help them with that. It allows us to provide therapeutic services, and they don't have to worry about costs or copays. So this work and the money that's raised is very important to be able to support victims.
My name's Chris Ruin, and I've been a volunteer at Common Ground since 2005. I specifically started volunteering for the Victim Assistance Program in 2009. The Victim Assistance Program offers emotional support to help reduce the immediate trauma a survivor experiences after a crime. We assist victims of all crimes at no cost. Different crimes that we see are homicide, domestic violence, sexual assault, robbery, elder abuse, physical assault, carjacking. It can be a number of things. So when people call us, they're in a state of panic. They've been victimized and they don't know what to do. They're overwhelmed, they're traumatized, intimidated. They may call us and they've been a victim of domestic violence. So we'll talk to them about filing a police report. If they're injured, going to the hospital. We ask if they want to get a personal protection order. If they want to do these things, we go to the police department with them. We'll go to the hospital with them. We have the paperwork to fill out a personal protection order. Some people need to find a different place to live because they're living with their abuser. So we'll help them find shelter. And we always develop a safety plan. So if a person has been sexually assaulted and they call us, we talk about filing a police report. We ask them if they would like to get a sexual assault exam. A lot of people don't want to do either one of these things, and we're there to support them with whatever they think is best for them. We help people fill out crime victims' compensation forms. If somebody's been the victim of a crime, there's expenses that can be filed with the crime victims' compensation, and they'll be reimbursed. Examples of expenses are if somebody was hospitalized because they were injured, if it was a homicide, funeral expenses can be reimbursed, grief counseling, counseling just in general. So there's many more areas where people can get reimbursement. So we give them that information and we help them fill out the forms. We attend court hearings and trials. And if we go to a trial and somebody is found guilty of the crime, a victim has a right to give a victim impact statement. Many people don't know what to write, and they'll ask us to help them with the victim impact statement. Many times they'll ask us to read it in court at the sentencing. We also offer a homicide support group that I help facilitate. This is a group for people that have lost a loved one to homicide. Right now we're meeting every Wednesday on Zoom from 6:30 to 8. I continue to do this work because of the people, the clients that I meet and work with. I'm always amazed and inspired by their strength, courage, and resilience. I have a memorable case, and the person has agreed to come and share her story with us today.
My name is Suzanne McAfee. I'm a resident of Macomb County for over, my lifetime. I am here to talk to you regarding the murder of my son, Stephen McAfee. Stephen was murdered in 2016. He was missing from 2016 in March to April of 2017. I met Chris and Vivian at Parents of Murdered Children. I had joined the group. I had a friend accompany me. I'd never gone to a support group, didn't know what I was in for or anything. Vivian and Chris approached me and offered their services at Common Ground, and I snatched up the offer, more or less. It took 2 years to go to court. Was convicted of second-degree murder after a 4-week trial in which Vivian and Chris both attended. It was a heartwarming addition. Not everyone that supports you in a courtroom were you able to be as candid with. These people knew the goriest of details. Before going through court, they prepared me for times when I wouldn't want to be in court. Times where there might be a gruesome detail you don't want to sit through, and there were multiple. And they prepared us for the process and how, you see it on TV, it's all accelerated. It doesn't go that way. And they were very helpful in assisting what the actual court process would be like. And they were able to ask others in the room that they knew their story to share a process or something similar. And, we all became such good friends. We were all eaters. We had, just like any other group, a volleyball team, a card club, we gathered and broke bread. It's a group I'm very taken back at finding out that the funding via grant is not something that will support Common Ground without certain stipulations because our group is quite diverse and different family members that have been lost. I shared a lot of commons with the mothers that lost their sons, and there were gals there that lost their fathers, and young girls that lost their mothers to very tragic events. A group like Common Ground, homicide victim support, is very important. You meet people from all over a vast, vast area. And I'd say, it's a great benefit to people who have to go through the type of pain we've gone through.